Motivation is not something real. Everyone says that. That motivation is not real. What is real is discipline. Even when I don't feel like training, I keep training because I'm a disciplined person. We cannot go through life doing only what we feel like doing. That's in your hands, my friend. And listen, maybe you'll feel excited for 10 minutes after that little chat, but that excitement won't last forever. You have to implement systems. You have to be disciplined. It is necessary to have people around you who create an environment where you are held accountable and do not have the facilities to remain a mere nobody. This is how you will fix your life. Otherwise, you will remain a nobody. You're tired, doesn't want to work. You just want to go to sleep and relax. However, you do it anyway. This is the most basic essence of the masculine structure, which was dismantled in real time. They are trying to convince you to act on your feelings. They say you should show your emotions more. If you feel sad, cry. But what I'm saying is that the reason they're trying to bring the emotion to you is exactly because of what Myron said. Most of the time, we don't feel like doing the things we should be doing. However, the true masculine essence throughout history was to do what they didn't want to do, but knew they had to do because they had honor and duty. That's what honor and duty mean. Do you think the men on the Titanic wanted to stay there? No, but we are men. We have to stay. We feel fear, but we must face it. It is our duty to allow women and children into lifeboats. This is male duty. A real man has self-control. I have absolute emotional control. Emotional control is extremely important for a man. I'm saying you need to understand, as a man, that there are certain principles that we should act by, regardless of how we feel. I can wake up in a bad mood. I can wake up sad. I can be in pain. I can have a hectic and stressful day, but I will still complete the same tasks as if I were in a great mood. I will do the same things because what I feel has nothing to do with the activities I have planned for my day. I have a duty to myself and my lineage. Being a man is not simply not feeling things. It is acting the way one should act, regardless of feelings. We are men of action. We make things. That's how the world was built, by men who built the damn skyscrapers in spite of fear. You need to become a man of action. Stop worrying about how you feel and start worrying about what you should do. What do you think about this? I have always been disciplined because I have always led a disciplined life. I grew up in an environment of discipline. There was no such thing as I don't want to. Even now, if I wake up and I don't want to do something, I don't need someone to tell me to do it, because I'll just do it. Who wants to run a marathon? Nobody. Who wants to do it? You just do it, don't you? Because you know it's something that needs to be done. And you need to strain, sweat, and even cry. There is a version of the world where you can feel things, but that doesn't really matter to me. If I feel sad, it doesn't change the way I act or affect the things I do. If I don't feel like going to the gym, I still go. If I don't feel like working, I'll still work. If I wake up in a good mood and have a business to run, I will. If I wake up in a bad mood, I still have to do the same thing. I simply do it. So where's the meaning of this? In my head, that's how I see it. How does this affect what I will do? Well, nothing. It's not about the motivation itself. It's a scam. I don't believe in motivation. I believe in discipline. I'm not motivated to do the things I'm supposed to do. I don't wake up filled with joy knowing that I have to go to the gym or that I have a big workload ahead of me. It's not about feeling like doing them. It's about being disciplined. I do them regardless of how I feel, whether I feel like it or not. It's done. This is discipline, and discipline is real. Motivation is fleeting. You will never be permanently motivated. If you're the type of person who only puts effort into something you enjoy, then you're doomed to fail. If you really want to win, you can't only want to win when you're happy or only when you're motivated. You're competing against men like me, who act even when it's raining, not just when the sun shines. And if you're the type of person who can only do something in one of these scenarios, then you'll lose. Must be prepared to act at all times. I don't have time for people who can't find the motivation to fix themselves and improve their own lives. I'm the type of person who performs every day without exception. It doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter what happened. If I'm happy or sad, I do things. That's the mindset you need to adopt if you want to be a winner. I believe that a man should have no interest in knowing whether he is truly happy or not. If I wake up unhappy, I do exactly the same things I would do if I was happy. I go to the gym the same way. I work the same way. How I feel has no impact on how I conduct my life. I don't believe that happiness is a healthy indicator of success in a man's life. If you wake up and ask yourself, am I happy or not? You're looking at life the wrong way. I think like a man. If we leave happiness aside, if we move down the scale, right? And look, am I successful? Am I competent? Am I conquering things? Am I respected? If we start looking at these indicators in our lives, we will end up being happier without really analyzing whether we are happy or not. Sometimes you just need to work. At some point, you have to step up and just work. Working harder will never stop being useful. It doesn't matter what stage you are at. Working more will always be beneficial. And it's amazing how I give different answers to 99% of the questions I get. Work hard. If you have a problem, if you are broke, out of shape, if a loved one has passed away, if you are depressed, whatever it is, working harder is almost always the answer. Now you know what you need to do. And the amazing thing, again, is that hard work is the antidote. If you take the antidote before the poison, you'll never get sick in the first place. If you're always working your hardest, if you're always striving to be the best version of yourself every day, you'll never get sick in the first place. He's already taking the antidote. Then things cannot affect you, cannot cling to you. They cannot bring you down. Hard work is the antidote to everything. So why not do this in advance? Why not turn your life into a job like mine? Why not dedicate yourself to a cause and get up and do what needs to be done every day? I can't stand people who give up. So, if I find someone who gives up because it's difficult, I don't even want that person's energy near me. You know? We need people who don't give up. I do not give up. Every aspect of my life is a testament that I don't give up. I don't give up. That's the difference. When the going gets tough, I keep moving forward. I've always been like this. And if you don't have that tenacity, you'll never amount to anything. So, I'm tireless. I don't give up. I don't get tired. I don't give up. That's what they want. That's what the enemy wants for me. They want to win a war of attrition. They want to tire me out and expect me to give up. But I'm not that kind of person. I am the one who keeps moving forward.